Hello, and today I'm bringing you another decklist in my quest doing every decklist in my videos, and if you'd like to keep up to date with that, then please subscribe. But anyway, today I've got for you a Vylon deck, which actually just revolves around equipping them with their equip cards and then attacking and whatnot, and then synchro summoning and stuff. But they can be competitive, but I play them on this casually. I've never really, when I've been challenged to a duel, I've never really used them. But this is my deck list. It's only a basic deck list, and if you have any tips for me on this deck list, then please comment. I respond to all the comments, and I appreciate that you're taking your time to tip me on these deck lists. So anyway, get on to the actual deck list. We've got the first card is only one, and it's Vylon Hept. So 1800 beta, and once per turn you can target one face-up Vylon monster you control, treat it as an equip card. Special summon it in face-up defense position. When that monster leaves the field, banish it. So unfortunately you can special summon one of them that's equipped to it, because you can equip from your hand, I understand, or your graveyard with some of them. But if you special summon them, you can use them as a material for either an XYZ or a synchro, which is good for bringing them. Like if you've equipped them from your hand, or your field, then you re-special summon them, and then you can bring them out and use them as a material. So it's just an extra little special summon. The next is 2 Vylon Soldier, which is a 1700 beta, and when this card declares an attack, you can target monsters your opponent controls up to the number of equipped cards equipped to this card, change those battle positions, targets battle positions. So it's actually when the monster declares an attack rather than after damage calculation. So if you attack something with a higher attack but has a lower defense than Vylon Soldier's attack, you can actually switch it to defense mode, then destroy it. And also, if you've got more than one equipped card equipped to it, then you can change multiple monsters of theirs and then attack them with your other monsters, which is good for getting rid of like monsters with high attack and low defense. As Scrap Dragon as a example, because quite a lot of monsters do actually have a higher attack than defense, significantly, especially. Anyway, the next monster is Vylon Stigma, and once per turn, during either player's turn, you can target one face-up Vylon equip card, unequip it, and equip it to another appropriate monster, which is good for switching up the equips, because if you want it to put on a higher monster, or you want to use a monster as a material, but then don't want to lose the equip card, then you can just switch it and equip it to another one. Or if you bring out a better monster later on, then you can switch it as well. So it's good for putting it on your best monster possible, basically. The next card is Vylon Prism, which is a tuner, level 4 tuner, which is quite good actually, because you can put this in multiple decks. I have actually used this in a Watt deck, but then I took it back out because it wasn't brilliant, but it's still a good card. And if this card is sent from the monster card zone to the graveyard, you can pay 400 life points, then target one face-up monster you control. Equip this card to that target. If the equipped monster attacks or is attacked again, it's a 1000 attack during the damage step only, which is good because, as you can see, it's sent from the monster card zone to the graveyard, which is if it's used for a synchro summon. You can actually pay 500 life points, equip, activate Hep's effect, special summon it, then synchro again, or XYZ if you want to. So that's just a situation using that card. The next monster is Vylon Ohm, which is when this card is a normal summon, target one equipped spell card in your graveyard, banish that target, during your next amplifies, add it to your hand, which is good for recycling the equipped spells, because I've got a 7 in this deck, so later on in the duel you can just recycle them, basically. I might reduce that to 2, I'm not sure yet. Then we've got 2 Vylon Tesseract, and once per turn during your main phase, you can equip this card to a face-up Vylon monster you control, or unequip it to special summon this card in face-up attack position. While equipped to a monster by this effect, if the equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon level 4 or lower Vylon monster from your graveyard. A monster can only be equipped with one unit monster at a time. If the equipped monster would be destroyed, destroy this card instead. Which is good for it basically makes it a Flame Bell Fight Dog, so you can bring out more Vylons from your deck, and you can also special summon it, and then XYZ with it, or synchro with it, depending on what you want to do. Then we have 3 Vylon Pentachloro, that's a bit of a dodgy name, but once per turn, you can either target one face-up Vylon monster you control, equip this card to that target, or unequip this card and special summon it in face-up attack position. While equipped by this effect, why didn't you just put while equipped with this card? If the equipped monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one card your opponent controls to destroy the target, which is good for getting rid of, obviously, spell traps or higher monsters. Unless they negate it if they've got a Stardust, but people don't really use Stardust Dragon anymore, let's be honest. Not a lot anyway. We've got 2 Vylon Cube, which is another level 3 tuner, which is good for getting out synchro monsters really. And if you can special summon it easily enough with Hept or whatnot, it's just another way. But if this guy's sent to graveyard for the synchro summon of a light monster, you can add one equipped spell card from your deck to your hand, which is good for if you synchro summon for a Vylon card, my Vylon monster anyway. You can add the equipped spell card from your deck to your hand, then equip it, which is a searcher basically. It is a searcher. Then the last monster is 2 Vylon Sphere. If this guy is sent from the monster card zone to the graveyard, you can pay 500 life points, equip it to one face monster you control. You can send this card equipped to a monster to the graveyard to target one equipped spell card in your graveyard, equip the target to the monster equipped with this card. So it can either recycle the equipped spell cards from your graveyard to your monsters, or you can use Hept again and synchro summon for a level 5 or whatever, or level 9 Omega, level 9 Vylon, whatever you want to do. Then on to the spell cards, we've got 1 Rejeki and 3 Mystical Space Typhoon as the staple spell cards. Then we've got 2 Photon Lead, which is special on level 4 lower light monster from your hand in face up attack position, which is either to XYZ, to equip, or synchro, whatever you want to do, depending on the situation. Sorry, my voice is going a little bit. Then we've got Vylon Segment, equip only to a Vylon monster. It cannot be targeted by the effects of your opponent's trap cards or effect monsters, which is good for if you're on attack. And if this face-up card is sent to graveyard, you can add 1 Vylon spell card from your deck to your hand, which is good for searching other spell cards, other equipped spell cards. Then we got 3 Vylon Material. Equip only to a Vylon monster, it gains 600 attack, which is good for that extra little bonus for destroying monsters. If this face-up card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 Vylon spell card from your deck to your hand, which is good for equipping another. Then the last is 2 Vylon Filament. And equip only to a Vylon monster. If the equipped monster attacks, your opponent can't activate any spell trap cards until the end of the damage step. If this face-up card on the field is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Vylon spell card from your deck to your hand, which is another good option for equipping. Then on to the traps, we've just got all Saber traps with 1 Bottomless, 2 Threatening Roar, 2 Mirror Force, and 1 Compulsory. Then on to the extra deck, we've just got an idea of the Vylon monsters you can use. So we've got Vylon Omega. You can read these effects, they're long and there's loads of them, and you know, I'm running out of time. Then we've got Vylon Alpha. We've got 2 Vylon Epsilon, 2 Sigma, and 2 Delta. And Die Sigma is my favourite by all because I just love this card. So these are just some examples of the extra deck you can make, but you can put in staple extra deck monsters if you want to. Like, there's no real... I'd recommend having at least a few of the Vylons in there because they work with the deck, of course. But you can always put in other monsters you choose fit. You see fit. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time, guys. Bye.